shoes.
Yeah, get comfy. Okay, guys. Hi, I'm Mali,
And I'm Keya.
and welcome to the debrief. We are officially dive masters.
Woohoo! Oh, fuck. This is happening.
And we were like, yo, we're lost.
I survived. It was fun in hindsight.
Why would you put yourself in that situation? But whatever.
Like, that was so cute.
It was really cool. So Keya and I have been doing our dive master course for the past 4 weeks. We just, rescue and then dive master.
Yeah, we've been diving for 2 months straight.
Yeah, we've been diving for 2 months straight non-stop.
I want to see how many minutes I've been underwater. Just to give, like,
Yeah.
a reference.
Yeah.
4,146 minutes.
Underwater.
That's insane.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So before our dive master, we were just doing fun dives and then we did our rescue course. But the past 4 weeks were the most intense. Thank you. Makasih. And we left Gili this morning. Now we're in Uluwatu. Yeah, sad face. But yeah, I wasn't able to vlog much of the dive master course, obviously, because we were so in it. It's very skill based, a lot of like practical stuff. So I didn't really like have my camera on me. But I thought it would be cute for us to just chitty chat about our experience because we also haven't had any time to like reflect.
Yeah, zero time.
Like zero time to ourselves in the best way. But yeah, I thought we could do a quick chitty chat about that. I have a few questions that I wrote down, but we can also just like chat. What do you think?
I think that sounds good. I'm excited to get into this.
Okay, let's do it.
Organized, Mali? Guys, this is so organized. Like,
Okay, you can start.
Mali's notion is gold. Okay, Mali, are you ready for your first question? Okay. How did the rescue and dive master course change the way you dive?
Okay, so starting with the rescue course, I would say the rescue course made me a more detail-oriented diver. Safer diver, detail-oriented, yeah. Alert. It did make me like look out for my buddies and like my buddy team more. When I'm looking at the fish, like I zone out less because I'm always like looking at my buddy, then looking at the fish again, then looking at my buddy. Yeah, so I would say rescue made me safer, more detail oriented and just more alert. And also like the safety rules that you're supposed to follow, I started taking those way more seriously. Not that I ever broke any rules before, but even like a buddy check, like you don't really do it. If we didn't do it in the boat, like I would just quickly do it by myself, you know.
Yeah.
Like just do those things, like take those things really seriously.
Do you want to tell them what our acronym for buddy check
Okay,
is?
you tell them.
Okay, so every dive center has an acronym for your pre-dive safety check or your buddy check. And because we're in Indonesia, it's BRUF, which they call it. Breakfast with rice and fish. And yeah, we basically go through that acronym while we check our gear before we dive.
So yeah, I would go through that by myself even if like my buddy wasn't doing it. And then the dive master course, I think just elevated a lot of the rescue course stuff, but made me even more independent. Not that I ever would dive alone, but if I were to dive alone, I would know exactly what to do from start to finish. I would brief myself. I would have a dive plan. I would follow my dive plan. I would know like when to go to my safety stop. I would know how to shoot my SMB up.
Check and follow currents.
Yeah, I would know. Yeah, checking and following currents. This is something that I did not like doing at all.
No one likes
No one likes, even the dive masters at Blue Marlin don't like doing it. Now I know how to check a current and when to swim in it and when to drift dive. So yeah, I would say the dive master course just made me a really independent diver and also taught me how to help other divers. So we had to do a lot of DSD assists.
I don't know what a DSD is.
So a DSD is a Discover Scuba Diver. It's a non-certified diver, just someone who goes to a dive shop and wants to try something out before committing to an open water course. And a lot of the DSDs that we get at Blue Marlin are non-swimmers. Some of them are even scared of water, which is like, why would you put yourself in that situation? But whatever, we don't discriminate, so we take them diving. And the DMT course really taught me how to like deal with a lot of situations, like someone who panics underwater, someone who doesn't know how to swim, someone who doesn't know how to equalize, someone who makes you equalize for them. I would say Dive Master made me more independent. It also taught me how to help other both certified and non-certified divers. What about you?
I kind of agree with everything you said, like being more alert, aware. I zone out. I zone out all the time. So to not do that, especially underwater where I really, really, really want to zone out, I think that was the coolest takeaway, where I naturally learned how to stop zoning out in those situations, be more aware, and honestly become a confident leader while diving. Like, that's really something, because if you're leading a dive, everyone is mimicking you, whether they know it or not. If you go up a meter, they're going up a meter. If you go down 6 meters, they're really going to go down 6 meters. If you swim a certain way, they'll start doing that. Like, everyone's mirroring you. If you're not confident, they're going to panic, and they're going to see that you're not confident. So I think that was extremely cool, and rescue definitely helped with that, like just confidence levels, becoming a leader, because I think a lot of the actual application of a dive master is leading dives and guiding dives. For advanced divers, is like mainly advanced divers and certified divers, basically, especially in places where they're new, like showing them that you know your shit, and like especially in places like I think Gili, where currents and surges are pretty crazy. But yeah, I think that was something I would add to what you said.
Okay, what piece of gear or dive hack do you now swear by?
SMB. Do not dive without an SMB. I used to hate carrying my SMB because I was so bad at shooting it, and I would very, very, very often fly up with it, or drop my reel, I still do, or shoot a limp SMB. But I would not dive without it. Like, I feel 1,000% more safer just having it on me, because if I've drifted away from my group, I've lost my buddy team. If I'm in a situation with the DSD and like I'm handling a diver and they need to go to the surface, there's no buoy line above me.
What's an SMB?
It's a surface buoy marker. It's basically like a fluorescent long tube which can be inflated, but you roll it up and keep it with you, and you clip it onto your gear. You basically shoot it with your alternate air source at your safety stop or before that. And you have to do this when you want to end your dive, so that the boats know that there's a diver below. It also keeps you safe, like in places like Gili, where there are numerous boats just like speeding above you. You don't want to get your head cut off. So basically it's a surface buoy marker letting people know you're below and you're going to come up. I would not dive without it anymore, ever in life. I would carry it everywhere with me just in case I'm about to dive. Because that's one thing that like you can't really rent, right? At dive shops, you kind of have to have your own. And the cutest thing is that when Mully and I got our SMBs and we put our name on it, the dive crew very quickly started noticing, like, oh wait, that's Mully's SMB. Oh wait, that's Keya's SMB, when it would shoot up in the water. And then they would like, from like a distance be like, yeah, Mully's done with her dive, Keya's done with her dive, let's go pick them up. Like, that was so cute.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, another question I wanted to ask you. What's been your most oh shit moment underwater so far?
I think when I got knocked, that was my oh shit moment. It was cool, but it was like, oh fuck, this is happening. Narcosis, what is that? Basically, when you dive deep, like 30 meters or more, because of the increased nitrogen levels in the water, your body absorbs that. And you basically start feeling drunk because you're not able to process that much nitrogen in your bloodstream. And this can often happen like if you're tired, dehydrated, and hence your body's not processing it or off gassing it. So then it starts affecting you and you basically start feeling tipsy or drunk. You can hallucinate sometimes. You're basically tripping. And that's what happened to me. I was tripping. You often don't realize that you are. Like sometimes you can snap out of it and sometimes it takes you a second and you can do weird shit, which is why I always dive with a buddy. So my buddy here saved me. But basically I was tripping and I didn't realize for a little bit. Mully kind of realized something's wrong, and she and our dive master at that time who was guiding us, he kind of like grabbed me, took me up a couple meters, like we were around 30 meters. We went to like 25. You just chill out for a bit at 25, 20, off gas yourself. He closed my eyes because he was like, you're seeing a lot of crazy things, so just like kind of close your, like reduce your like stimuli. And then I was absolutely fine, and then we continued the dive as planned. But yeah, I think that was like my most oh shit moment because we just studied about it, and when you study it and when you read about it, it sounds really scary, and it is scary because you can remove your reg from your mouth or you can basically be a danger to yourself when you are knocked. So that was an oh shit moment, and it happened really early on into our training.
You survived.
I survived. It was fun in hindsight. What about you? Do you have an oh shit moment?
Oh shit moment was when I got lost.
Oh shit. Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So I was supposed to do videos for 2 DSD groups. One with Kriti, Keya and their DSDs, and the other was Jack and his DSDs. And basically because of the current, the 2 groups got kind of separated. And I was with Keya's group for a while, but her DSDs were having issues, so they went back up, and I think I saw like a turtle or something, so I was like, oh, let me go like take a video for the DSDs of the turtle. And I could see all above me, and I was just like, oh, it was probably like 7 or 8 meters. I was like, oh, that's fine. So I go down to take a video of the coral. A few minutes later, not even a few minutes, like maybe a couple minutes later, I look back up and you guys weren't there.
And I look back down and you weren't there. I was like, wait, where's Mully? And my DSD shot up, so I went up with them. And then as soon as I put my head back in, I was like, where?
Yeah. So yeah, the current basically, like I stayed in the same place, but the current took like Kriti, Keya and their DSDs away from me. I couldn't see the buoy line anymore, and I couldn't see Jack anymore either. I like looked around for like a couple minutes, did a 360, couldn't find them. So I just started swimming in the direction that I thought they were, and I didn't find them. I found Lilu and her DSDs, and she was like, where the fuck's your buddy? I was like, I don't know. They were like pretty shallow. Their DSDs were also having issues, and they were about to go up, so I just went up with them. I was like, okay, I'll just like chat with them, let them know what's going on. So then we all go back to the surface, and Lilu and Bianca and Rebecca were there, and they were like, where's your buddy? I was like, I don't know, I lost them, but from the surface, like we were at one buoy line, we could see your buoy line. So Lilu was like, okay, we're going back down, we'll find them together. I should have gone back to the boat so that like when you came up, like you would just find me at the boat. Yeah. But because Lilu was like, oh, we'll just find them underwater, and like I was with instructors, I wasn't alone. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I went with them, but then because of the currents again, our group
You all went to a different dive site.
no, not it wasn't. It was I have no idea why we went. We were just in the blue for 27 minutes, like just diving in the blue. I was like, thank gosh, I was with Rebecca and Lilu, because like I wouldn't have known where the fuck I was. Obviously, at that point, if I was in the blue by myself, I would have like shot my SMB up and just like gone up. But yeah. That was scary. Whatever, we finished the dive. I shoot my SMB up, and like we've reached like somewhere else, like not a different dive site, but like in the channel, like between different dive sites. We were just like in the blue, and the tech boat spots this SMB and like waits for us. They know we're from Blue Marlin, and they're just like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And we were like, "Yo, we're lost." The tech boat picked us up, and they called Major Mick, the other boat, and said, "We have your divers, don't worry, we're going to bring them back to Blue Marlin." And guess who was on that boat? Will. And he was fucking pissed.
I was just going to be like, you don't want to be on the tech boat. You do not want to be picked up by the tech boat.
Yeah, that was not cool of us at all. But yeah, Will was there, and he was very disappointed in us. But I was just trying to like have good spirits and be like, "Thank you, tech boat." And he was just like,
Yeah, because they
why are you
gotta
here?
follow their plan.
yeah, I mean, you can still save us. But yeah, that was my oh shit moment.
Yeah. That was really funny also, because we know we lost you, and Kriti and I were like, okay, we gotta find Mully. So I came up to the surface 3 times, and thank God that the boat didn't leave the dive site. It stayed there because I think they realized, okay, there's a lot of weird shit happening. So every time I'd pop my head up, I think we kept missing each other. But the boat saw you come up and you go down, and me come up and me go down. So they kind of knew what was happening. So I'd come up and be like, I think it was Andang or someone. I was like, Andang, where's Mully? Have you seen Mully? I'm like yelling from like the buoy line, and he's like, yeah, Mully's fine. Mully's underwater. I'm like, where? With who? She's like, I don't know. She's underwater. She's swimming. You go. And I'm like, okay, if she comes up, can you let her know we were looking for her and we're continuing our dive? And he's like, yeah. And I pop back up again. I'm like, Andang, do you have a camera? We need a camera. He's like, no, we don't have a camera. Mully's got the camera.
Yeah, that was my bad.
That was too funny.
Yeah, it was funny. But you know what I learned from that situation? Because it happened to me again with Kriti. So this was the dive that you gave our group one of your stressed divers, the Chihuahua shaking guy. So there was this diver who literally was shaking like a Chihuahua. I have no idea why he like put himself in this situation if he was that scared. Like, why would you voluntarily sign up to scuba dive if you're that scared? Anyway, like we really try to encourage people. We give them like 2 to 3 tries to like go underwater. So I was with Kriti, Maddie, and like 3 DSTs. One of our DSTs she was having difficulties coming down. Maddie and I were with 3 underwater. 1 was up, and Kriti was taking care of that person on the surface. Maddie and I were just waiting for Kriti to come. Our DSTs were chilling. And then eventually, Kriti comes back down with a different DST, yours. So the one on the surface and the dive, she went back to the boat and she brought back a different DST.
Yeah, this was literally... So the Chihuahua guy was first with me, and he was personally my DST from the group. And after several attempts, he was like, okay, I don't want to do this. I want to end the dive. I go drop him onto the boat, make sure he's okay. And then I'm like, okay, chill here. I'm going to go help your friends, and then we'll be back in a little bit. And then as soon as I do that, I think you guys pop up.
Yeah, so Kriti comes back down with your Chihuahua DSD and hands him to me for some reason. He's obviously freaked out. He's like shaking like a Chihuahua. I grab hold of his BCD and he immediately goes, he's out of air. Like, I know you're not out of air. He was just freaking out. He's like, take me up. And I could see, like, he was about to start crying.
Yeah, he was not okay.
He was not okay. So I slowly take him up. Didn't shoot my SMB, but we were at like 5 meters. So I still like put my alternate up, took him up, and he was like As soon as we got to the surface, he's like, take me back to the boat. I was like, yeah, I know, I'm gonna. So I take him back to the boat. And as soon as we get to the boat and he's holding on to the line, he's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
And he
wants to go back down.
He was fine. I was like, okay, now I'm gonna help you take your weight belt off. He's like, yeah, I know. He like knows the procedures of going back into the boat because he did that already. Whatever. So I take his weight belt off, and then I'm like, Fauzi, you deal with this. Like, take the rest of his equipment off. I'm going back to Kriti because I can still see the buoy line at this point. So I go back to the buoy line and I descend and I go to 5 meters. They're not there. So I was like, fuck, am I lost again? So I look around for a few minutes and Kriti and Maddie and the DSCs are nowhere to be found. I'm like, fuck, I'm lost again. But this time I was like, I'm gonna follow the procedures. Can't find them again. Shoot my alternate up, telling the boat I'm coming up. I come up. I'm like, Sandy, where's Kriti? And he's just like pointing to the buoy line, and he's like, just swim in that direction. Just go there. She's there. I'm like, fuck. Okay. So I go again, and she's obviously not at the end of the buoy line. They've started the dive there or by the Halik shore. Not sure, the corals. And I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep trying. If I can't find them, like, then I'll go back up again. But then this time, like, I went down to like 10, 11 meters. And for like 7 minutes, I was diving alone. And I knew that I should not have been doing that. But Sandy was like, just keep going. And the 8th minute, I was like, okay, now it's been too long. Like, I can't be diving alone for this long. I can't find Kriti. The 8th minute, I see her white fins in the distance, and I'm like, fuck, yes. And I, like, swim really fast to her. I'm, like, frog kicking really fast to her. And as soon as she sees me, she goes, you watch me. And she starts blowing bubbles at me. I'm like, Kriti. And she was so calm, like she wasn't like pissed that I was lost or anything. She was just like, thank you. And I was like, okay, if Kriti's calm, I'm calm.
Yeah, she's too good. Okay. Okay, so how do you feel about living on Gili tea and diving with blue marlin? I think we can't not talk about this.
I love it. I want to do it again.
Take me
Basically, back. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. I had plans to like do all of this work while I was there, and I didn't do any of it for good reasons. First of all, like in the beginning, we were diving like 3 times a day. And that was really tiring, and I need like my 8 to 9 hours of sleep, so I would just pass out at the end of the day. And then slowly we started making more friends.
Like one with the locals.
Yeah, the restaurant staff, the dive crew, our grocery store owners, like all of them. We started like getting to know more people, and everyone there is so nice, and they're all just always in a good mood, no matter like what situation is happening, like if it's stressful, if it's sad, like everyone's just always in a good mood. And I think that rubbed off on us as well. For the most part, we really were trying to make the best of every situation. And yeah, everyone at Blue Marlin is just, there's like characters, everyone's like their own character. And I said this to Keya in like the first couple of weeks of being there. I would love to watch a TV show about Blue Marlin, like kind of like The Office or like Parks and Rec. I think it would be so cool because there's like, every element of like those kind of shows it exists at Blue Marlin. So like there's romance, there's drama, there's tea, there's like stressful situations.
There's so much love and friendship.
There's so much love and friendship. Like everyone's always joking around. Like there's always funny shit happening. Yeah, just like
it's just magical.
Yeah. Wait, I can't remember if this was Miguel or Cam, but they said it too. There's been many times that they're with like DSDs or like open water students underwater, and they just look around. You know how Jim just like looks at the camera when some like stupid shit happens? I think it was Miguel. I think he was like, yeah, I do that sometimes. I just like look around as if I'm on a TV show when something stupid happens. I look at like the camera like, bruh.
Can you believe this?
Yeah. Can you believe this is happening? Yeah, I think a TV show about Blue Marlin would be epic. And I would watch like all 11 seasons of it. Yeah, I loved it. What about you?
I mean, I'm with you on that. It was, I think, one of the most, I just know it is one of the most amazing experiences of my life. And doing it with you, hello, I think that was also insane and very rare. Like, we were talking about it this morning on the boat. I don't know when we'll ever get to do this again. I know we will do crazy things like this, and not even crazy, I think this is who we are. But and that's what I love, that we are so like-minded about these kinds of things that we want to do. Like, I remember when we were talking about this early this year, we hadn't even planned on doing this. We both were just like, we just want to dive. And then you had this, like, you knew you wanted to do your dive master. I didn't know I wanted to do it because diving has been more recent for me.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that we decided to do it in Gili, and that I had come here last year when I was solo traveling, and I was like, wait, this place kind of like touched me in a way that I wanted to share with you. And you kind of just blindly like trusted me. You were like, okay, I'm not going to Google or research or plan. If you are confident about this place, let's just go with it. And I can't believe you didn't even Google Gili tea before we got here. Like, not a picture, not like any, not, like, you didn't research the dive sites, nothing. We just like, yeah, we just booked our trip, booked our Airbnb, paid for our dive master, arrived with excess luggage, and yeah, and the rest was history. It was it's been, I think, yeah, just an amazing time, and learned so much about myself, about you, about life. I don't know, about things I don't want to do, things I want to do, and had so much fun while doing it all. So I think, yeah, those are like my biggest takeaways or like moments. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it definitely changed me as a person as well. It was really cool.
I definitely know that I don't think I can live in a place where I can't enter the water. Like, if there's water surrounding me and I can't enter it, I can't dive. I don't think I cannot dive. If I can't dive, like, what's the point of all this? If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Okay, I think that's a great ending to this debrief. Yeah, thank you guys for joining us. I hope this was actually fun.
It was fun for me. I never really do this.
It was fun for me too. Bye.
Ending the dive.
Ending the dive.
Safety stuff. Bye.
Peace.